Good morning, Rabbi Isai. Kesubos Daf Chav Gimel, the 8-minute Daf. Today, we're going to learn about different kulos that we have when a woman is captured, specifically that we believe one aid to be mater her, even if it's against two, even if it's only a woman, and also the idea of Shgaga Hayotzim Pi Hashaled. One has to be careful with his words, because sometimes his words have such power, as we'll see, and a lot more. The halacha is that if two Eidim testify against two Eidim that a woman was niskadish, she got engaged, she shouldn't get married. But if she got married after the fact, she doesn't have to leave late teitzei. But if the same thing applied to gerushin like we had yesterday, then she has to leave. According to Abaya, we must change it around. It's not two against two. It's one against one, and we have to explain what's the difference between the two cases, kiddushin and gerushin. We're talking about that the two Eidim came and testified that this woman was single. But one of them says that I know for a fact that she got engaged. So therefore, it's one against two. Two say she's single, one says she's engaged, and one of them doesn't have the power to testify against two Eidim. According to Rav Ashi, no, let's go back to how we said it. We're talking about two against two, not one against one. Ve'epoch, I have to flip it around. Where it says that you have to leave and get a get, it really means you don't get a get. So if you have two that say, we saw that she was niskadish, and two say, we don't know, we didn't see, in that case, she has to leave her husband. Even though they live in the same chutzner, like in the same building, the same place. And I would think if they live in the same chutzner, they would know if she was engaged. They would know if she got divorced. But the Gemara tells us that people even get divorced, betzina, in private. According to everybody, once Bezdin gave this woman a heter to get married to a kohen, she doesn't have to leave him, even if Eidim testify later on against that. Now, if Eidim came and say that she was captured, and we don't know if she was violated or not, if she says by herself, I was captured, but I'm tahar, she doesn't have to leave her husband. But if she says that I'm divorced, there are some who say that she has to leave him. Why? Because not in front of her husband, she does have the audacity to say that she was divorced. Gemara tells us an unbelievable story. Shmuel's father saw the captors bringing in the captive women. And he said, we have to put shomer, we have to put people to watch that the goyim, the captors, don't violate them. Says Shmuel to his father, I don't understand. This didn't happen today. This is an old story. These women are already pasal kahuna. Why do we need people to watch them? So Shmuel's father said an incredible thing. He said, Ilu b'nosachavim, if these were your own daughters, would you talk like that as well? I understand la halacha, we don't have to, but don't we want to save them, even for today? And the Gemara tells us there was this shgaga hayotzim pi hashaled. This was a mistake that came out of the ruler's mouth, and in fact, Shmuel's own daughters became captive. When they did become captive, they were very good in halacha. They had a father like Shmuel. And they told their captors, stay outside of the Beis Medrash. We want to go inside by ourselves. The reason they did that is they wanted to ask the halacha, and they wanted to be hapesh asar, hapesh shehiter. They came into the Beis Medrash and said, Rabbanim, we were captives, but we are tahar. So we had a pesha asar, hapesh shehiter. And they were matir them to marry a kohen. In fact, they told one of the kohanim there, this is your mishpacha, go marry her. At least one of them. The chiddush is that they were matir these daughters of Shmuel, even though there was rumors back in where they came from, that there are Eidim that saw that they became tamei. But since they didn't come forward yet, we're not concerned. Says the Heilige Mishnah, brand new Mishnah. If there are Eidim that testify that these women were captive, there were shvuyos. If each one testifies about themselves, they're not believed. But if each one testifies on her friend that they're tahar, then we believe them. Because again, this is a special kula that we have when it comes to shvuyos, to women that were captive. We trust another woman as a eid echad that they're tahar. So the halakhas are as follows. When a woman says about herself that she's tmeya, she was violated, then she becomes in fact tameh, even if Edim contradict her, because of the idea of shavi al nafsha chaticha d'isura. A person has the right to say on a piece of meat that it's treif. She could say on herself that she's tameh. Even if she says about her friend that her friend is also tmeya, and will say perhaps she doesn't have the shavi al nafsha. Why? Maybe in this case we'll say tamas nafshi and plishtim. All she wanted to do is hurt her friend, and therefore she's willing to hurt herself. On herself, a woman is believed to say that she's tar if there's no edim because of hapesha asar, hapesha iter. If we trust her that she was captive, we'll trust her that she's tar. On her friend, she's always believed because of this kula, and she could believe that her friend is tar. Even when she's testifying about herself that she's tar, so I think, oh, she's really trying to get herself out of it, and that's why she's testifying. No, she's believed for her friend. And she's believed so far, even when it's against the eid echad. But to say that the friend is tameya, that she's not believed, and therefore, as you see, you have all these 4 cases. In all 4 cases, we're just saying all the scenarios where one woman, the one on the right, the 5-towner, testifies in all 4 cases. And she says either we're both tar, or either we're both tmeim, or I'm tahar and you're tameh, or I'm tameh and you're tar. Those are the 4 cases. Based on these halachas that we just said, we have the final halacha. Have a wonderful day.